Right, people. So what's the story? So over the last couple of days, there's a there's been a bit of madness concerning the Looney lift. Right? There's a couple of situations, but I'm going to cover them. Just my overall opinion, my opinion alone. Right? And if anyone agrees with me, fair enough. And if they don't, that's grand as well. Right? My opinion. Right? First off, the woman in America that after they tried to mow down that ICE agent, that US authority figure, that man that puts his life on the line for his country, right? First off, it was bad situation what happened, 100%. The woman lost her life in untasteful circumstances, right, to say the least. But there has to be a margin of accountability in this situation, right? Simple as that. So people are trying to put this in the same context as the Charlie Kirk situation, right? So my opinion of that is, this woman was in a car and tried to use a propelled vehicle to knock down an ICE agent that a couple of weeks previous was pulled along the road by another man when he had the handle of the door. If you look at the footage, it is what it is. She tried to knock down this ICE agent. And he acted appropriately. So her actions led to her losing her life, which is, I don't get any solace from saying that, but it is there has to be a margin of accountability in this, right? In that country, you can defend yourself to the full extent of the law, and that's what that man done, that ICE agent, defended himself to the full extent of the law, and she got one in the neck. They're trying to compare that to the Charlie Kirk situation. I see these left loonies online, right? The Charlie Kirk situation is, he got one in the neck for vocalising an opinion about there being only two genders. This woman got one in the neck for trying to mow down a police officer, ICE agent, a US authority figure, whatever way you want to word it, right? She got one in the neck for trying to use her vehicle as a deadly weapon. Charlie Kirk got one in the neck for vocalising an opinion. Two separate things altogether. Now, on to the next thing. Paul Murphy, up outside the US Embassy with his army of blue-haired land whales, right? The Venezuelan people are rejoicing on the streets of Venezuela for that dictator, that narco-terrorist, being removed and brought to the US to face justice. I see reports on this man in Venezuela. He was starving these people, they were like the fourth wealthiest country on the planet. But the people were suffering. But these blue-haired left land whales are there backing a dictator. They're there outside the US Embassy in Ireland. They're backing a narco-terrorist. They're backing a dictator. They're backing an overall out-and-out bad person. That says a lot about the loony left in Ireland and Paul Murphy and his blue-haired brigade. Paul Murphy and his land whales. You see them all up there, not one of them looks mentally stable. They look like they suffer from mental health issues. 100%. The visual representation of the people outside the US Embassy protesting against the Venezuelan people, you may say, because the Venezuelan people are rejoicing that this dictator, narco-terrorist, overall bad person was removed by Donald Trump and the US military. But the blue hair land whales and their singer and their voice of reason, Paul Murphy,